Pisces, welcome to Black Star Tarot. This is your love reading for March, Pisces. I hope you guys are doing well. Let's see what energies we have coming in for you this month in love and relationship, commitments, and connections, Pisces. I just saw the World card, okay? So there could be some type of completion here. Maybe you guys are traveling this month, moving on to something better, moving on maybe to take a trip. I don't know. Let's see what else we have for you. Pisces, energies for love, spirit, energies for love. Pisces, just bear with me. I want to make sure that I give these cards a really good shuffle, okay? I don't want no repeat offenders. All right, let's go. Messages for Pisces. All right, first card out, we have the Four of Wands. This is the card of weddings, celebrations, marriage, stability, reunions, harmony, success, a little rest, some joy coming in for you guys, okay? We have Judgment, Eight of Swords. We have the Ten of Swords, Five of Wands in reverse, and the Knight of Wands in reverse. So it's safe to say that some of you may have been in some type of connection, a marriage even, so to speak, with the Four of Wands here. But whatever this is, I feel like it's over, okay? Ten of Swords is done. It's a wrap, okay? It's the death of something, okay? It's where things have kind of gotten to a point of no return, all right? So I see you guys are definitely into wanting to move on. Sorry, I got distracted there, Pisces, with Amazon. I didn't mean to do that to you, but yes, I see that you guys have decided just to kind of just like, you know what, I'm done, okay? A lot of you maybe kind of stepped back and had to take a look, and reflect, into your current connection and wondering like, why am I still here? Like, why am I still, dealing with this person, and why am I, still hanging on? So, I mean, flat out, I can see where you've kind of, said like, hey, I think it's just time, for me to go. A lot of you have invested a lot of time, okay? And that's crazy because I feel like, despite whatever differences or whatever this conflict is that you've been having with your person, I feel like despite you trying to, start again, because it's kind of like the feeling that I'm getting, like, it's like, look, you tried to work on this. You tried to fix this, like you've done so many things, to, I guess, resurrect your relationship, if that's being too corny with the Judgment here. But I do see that where it's just like, you know what, let me give my relationship a second chance. Let me give it a third chance, a fourth chance, okay? Maybe something will change this time, right? Maybe if we just do it this way, it'll turn out, that way. But I don't really see, that happen. And I see two people who are kind of, hanging in there, not really wanting to let go, when in fact, that's just kind of like where it is headed, okay? I get that Three of Wands feeling, right? Where a lot of you may be like maybe moving, relocation, like really looking at the big picture, like, is there happiness here? Is this relationship actually successful, right? What is going on here? Am I getting the support that I normally would want or look for in a connection or in a relationship? And I don't think that, it's there. I'm feeling like apologies. I'm feeling like, you being flexible, and having to like maintain like your self-control. I don't know how that resonate with you, but that's just what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like, Pisces, you've been having to like balance everything, like your emotions, your feelings, like consideration, like just a lot of you having to be flexible in some way, shape, or form. And now with this Knight of Wands in reverse, he's just kind of like, nah, instead of coming towards this relationship, a lot of you, are going out, okay? The passion's not there, right? The drive, to keep this relationship moving just doesn't exist. And a lot of you are just like, I think I'm just gonna let this go, okay? There's no resurrecting this. There's no bringing it back. There's no more chances. Like, you're really looking at the decisions that you've made or what decisions you have to make in the future, and you're trying to figure out what would be the best way to handle it, okay? So you have believe and succeed. So I feel like a lot of you have just been sitting back watching, just been sitting back watching to see like how this is going to turn out. Like, and maybe if I think I said, like, sixes are like balance, right? When you try to balance things out. So a lot of you is just like, you know what? I believe in this. Maybe if I change this, change myself, change the situation, try to be understanding, listen more, whatever, right? It would take to balance this out, to make things work. I feel like your thought is that, we can do this. We can come together. So I almost feel like someone here, just was like, maybe I just choose my battles. I'm not going to argue about the dishes being in the sink. Okay. I'm just using examples here. I'm not going to, care if the laundry is falling over, on the floor. Is it worth it? So a lot of you, in order to keep this together, in order to make this work, I feel like you've had to really pick and choose your battles, like, because otherwise it just ends up, in this conflict. So I feel like you've given enough, you've put in enough to try to get this to work, but it just hasn't. And it's almost like I feel like the spunk is gone, or the drive, to keep the relationship going, it just isn't there. Like, I just feel like there's maybe two people who, cohabitate with each other, but, that's about it. And I feel like, you or them, are looking to move past like these times, these challenging times that you have in this relationship. Like, someone has to take the lead, Pisces. Somebody has to be the one, to speak up and say like, hey, this isn't working. Like, we can't rejuvenate this. How many times are we going to apologize? How many times are we going to hit, the reset button? How many times are we going to hold on to a relationship that's not there, to love that's not there, right? Somebody's going to have to stand up and confront the other and say, hey, this isn't working, right? Despite the fact that I feel like a lot of you have tried really hard to strengthen the bond between you and your person, I just feel like, things haven't come together like you have wanted them to, okay? All right. What else for Pisces? So it says it is safe for you to love, open your heart, to give and receive the highest energy of all. So again, like, I feel like that's what this has been this entire time. Like, I feel like there's been a Pisces here that says, you know what, I'm going to try this. I'm going to get out here. I'm going to love. I'm going to get into a relationship. I'm going to try something new with somebody new, maybe a different type, that you normally seek out. Like, I'm just going to get out here and just see, if, I can find, what is meant for me. But I feel like the honeymoon is over, guys. I feel like it's just this maybe not for some. This person may not be the one. I don't even feel like this person's a bad person. I just feel like maybe, the chemistry is not there, right? Maybe this isn't the person that you see yourself, marrying at this time, okay, or ever for that matter. I don't know. So I feel like this is a situation where it's like, you learn, you forgive, you're not being hostile. You just like, what, let me just move on, okay? I kind of get that energy here, like, so I feel like the two of you may need to come together and just, just be open and honest, like be truthful and just speak your mind. And this almost feels like the type of relationship where I don't know how deep this goes, Pisces, but I almost feel like it's not even that you're mad at this person or you hate them or that it's that bad. I just feel like, it's just not what you want, okay, where you honestly see yourself. All right, what do we have here? So we have unforgiving words. So a lot of you, like I said, like, I feel like you've had to watch, what you say. Maybe, you're kind of quick, to speak what's on your mind. But I feel like you realize that, that's not the best approach, right, to a situation. I do feel like there's been something challenging. Like, when you see the Seven of Swords in any reading, it doesn't mean, it doesn't matter, like, it's upside down here, okay? But, there has been, some times where I do feel like you've been like omitting or not saying certain things, okay? Because the Seven of Swords in the upright position speaks of deception. I'm sorry, I'm like all in the wrong this is Seven of Wands. But I do feel like I'm gonna stick to that though, because I do feel like you know, there has been a period of time where you guys, like, I don't know, I feel like you, like, the things that you want to speak, like you've been omitting that, like you've just been trying to be responsible, you know, and not, you know, just kind of almost like be yourself, all right, or just come out and just be like, look, you know, I don't like this. Look, I'm not going here. Look, you know, I don't like when you leave your laundry on the floor. So like a lot of you have, you know, had to be, you know, just kind of just, you know, like, first of all, I don't know if it's you or them, but I just felt like, I just feel like somebody could be like, I don't want to say territorial, but maybe the way you keep your space, the way you like your things, right? You know, like, this is, you know, this is how you're used to, and this may be part of the problem, right? You may like things a certain way, and maybe the person that you're with, you know, does not. You know, the way you were brought up may not be the way that, you know, your person, you know, has been brought up. And because you don't want to be nasty, because you're kind of just like I feel like you're letting somebody, I don't want to say letting your standards go, Pisces. I don't want to say that, but I feel like you have said, you know what? Okay, fine. If there's a fork in the sink, it's okay. Or, you know, I'm not gonna trip about it. Okay. If, you know, this person doesn't make the bed, you know, when they get up in the morning, I'm not gonna trip about it. But I just feel that for some of you, particularly with the Seven of Wands, okay, let's do the Seven of Wands, like, you know, you've had some challenges, and, you know, you've had to, for some, even defend yourself with this unforgiving words. Like, I don't know what type of conversations you're having, you know, with your person, but I feel like I try to feel like your mindset in their mindset, or your beliefs and their beliefs, may be slightly different. And I feel like for you or someone here, you have to watch your mouth so that you don't say something that you may not be able, you know, to take back. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. So we have this surprises here. What the heck is that about? It says my pride gets in the way. Yeah, I can see that. So for some of you, you know, if this kind of got a little crazy, I could see where some of you may have acted a fool, so to speak. You know, maybe where maybe you have, you know, had like diarrhea of the mouth. Maybe you said some things that shocked your person. Like, you know what, like, you know, I mean, there's a lot of things that we can say that to insult people, but I almost feel like the way your person views the world maybe not be the way that you view the world, and then to them or to you they seem foolish, or maybe like oh, this, you may be saying to yourself, this person's a fool. Like, if this is the way they see the world, or this is the way they see a particular situation, you know, they're a fool. So there's varying degrees, I feel like, for you guys out there, of how, you know, deep your conversations have gotten, because for some of you, I feel like this has been, you know, a communication issue. But what I know for certain is that for some of you, it's almost like, you know what, this person's not the one, right? This is like impossible to fix. And you may be asking yourself, like, am I truly, you know, even in love with this person? Because, you know, I just feel like there is some type of burdens. There's just something here that, you know, doesn't allow you and your person, you know, to connect 100, if that makes sense. I don't know. I just feel like a lot of you have had to be quiet, or, you know, to avoid, you know, saying certain things or doing certain things or speaking certain things, because you guys aren't on the same, you know, frequency, I guess. You know, that's kind of what I'm feeling here. And I think, you know, for Pisces, you know, you guys, some, you know, not everybody, but for the most part, you know, you tend to speak what's on your mind, okay? And when you finally, you know, say what's been bothering you, or when you finally speak up, it can shock the person, right? Your delivery, okay, may shock them. And maybe you have said some things that you kind of can't take back. Maybe some of the things were because of pride, but I feel like for a lot of you, it was just you being you or telling the truth or the truth as you see it, Pisces. So yeah, there's no resurrecting this. I think, you know, for a lot of you, there's just you know, this is just lingering. That's kind of feeling like it's just, you know, it's just lingering. Like, look, yeah, time. You got time and you got boundaries. Like, I don't know. You have that here, right? Because this Seven of Wands is a card of boundaries. So maybe someone's overstepped their boundaries. This could have been someone that said something to you. I don't know. But what I can tell you that is as I said, like with every moment that goes by, I feel like, you know, you're kind of like rethinking, like, you know, like, what is this, right? You're just reflecting on, like, you know, what have I done with decisions, like, well, what do I do? Okay. And, you know, I don't know if there's someone stepping over your boundaries here. Again, like for some of you, this is something as simple as, you know, the way you like your space. Okay, this person could be, you know, trampling over those boundaries, or maybe they're just not, maybe you're just not into their ways, you know, whatever that is. So it could be the way of living, the way they think. It could be all kinds of things. I don't know. But I just feel like, you know, it's just like, hey, you know, with this card of time and the Judgment card, you know, this tells me that, you know, either you've thought about this before, you know, you've been through this before, like you've had second, third, fourth, fifth times of starting over again, or maybe you've decided to walk away, you change your mind, you know, things of that nature. It's just clear. So, you know, boundaries is really significant in your reading. So, you know, I don't know what your person is doing, but I think this is ultimately, you know, what you want. You know, you kind of want to get away, right? And this could be you or them. I don't know, but you know how you break up with somebody, but you do it slowly, right? You know, you just kind of, you know, do it gradual. Like you just don't get up and just be like, get out. Pisces, you could be just, you know, slowly but surely, you know, putting your wall up. You could be slowly but surely pushing this person, you know, out the door, you know, things like that, you know, almost making it to where they don't return. Okay. For some of you, or maybe one or two of you, whatever you want to say, 4, 5, 6 of you, whoever's watching, is probably not that many. However, you know, for some of you, it could just, you could have just been blunt with it, right? You could have just said, look, you got to go, you know, and just, you know, just like, you know, just like, look, no more apologies, no more forgiving, no more starting over. You just go. But for others of you, you know, it's kind of like you're slow walking them away from you. You know, you don't really want to hurt them because I don't feel like they're a bad person. I just feel like I said, you guys just don't, you know, ultimately see eye to eye. Yeah. So I don't know. Your person could be, you know, like kind of devoted to you. I'm going to say that now. Okay. This could definitely be somebody who actually likes you. Maybe to the extent where they like you more than you like them. Okay. I feel, I don't know. I just feel like there could be someone that's just, I don't know. I feel like they're devoted, but I feel like maybe you're not. And I don't feel like this is a situation where it's like, you know, cheating or anything. I just feel like it's just a conflict of interest, or, you know, conflicted energies. Okay. And somebody here not really knowing what they want, somebody wanting to make it work while the other person may not be 100% sure that this is the person that they want to marry, or this is the person that, you know, they want to be with. And I feel like concealing it, which is what somebody's doing here. They're not really saying this. They're not being forthcoming with the fact that, you know, they don't want to give it a second chance. They don't want, you know, to continue to work on this. They don't want, you know, to get married. They just not saying anything. Someone's just not saying anything. And they just, you know, just, I don't know. If somebody just, I just feel like somebody here just wants some space to think, you know. So that was a lot. Pisces. So I don't know. I feel like somebody just wants to get away. Let's pull one more card and see what we get. So we got obsession here. We got obsession, infatuation, adoration, and addiction. So if your person, Pisces, is like really committed to you, like they've been good to you, I feel like they've, you know, they really haven't done anything other than maybe irk your soul in a way to where, you know, you're particular. You're a particular sign. And you like things the way you like things. You like nice things. You you know, you put your heart and your soul into your surroundings. And, you know, there are some people who can't, they can't really survive in an environment, you know, would say it's somebody who doesn't cherish that, right? So if, like, in other words, if you keep a nice, neat home, and your person's throwing their clothes on the floor, or they're not making the bed, or there's dishes in the sink, and they just don't, you know, they don't care about, you know, dropping the spaghetti sauce, you know, on your furniture, right? For some it matters. Like some may say like, oh, that's stupid stuff. That's not a reason to, you know, not want to be in a relationship with a person. But to each his own, right, Pisces? For some, stuff like that, like me personally, like if I was in a relationship with somebody who didn't respect my home, you know, or if every time I go down to the kitchen there's dishes in the sink, you want me to wash that? Like, no, wash your dishes, clean up behind yourself. Like, I personally couldn't live with someone like that. So this person may be all into you, Pisces, right? They like the fact that you keep a clean house. They may like the fact that, you know, you're organized. They may like all of that, and they see you as a person like, yeah, this is the person I need to be with. They keep their house clean, they keep their car clean, they keep their clothes clean. You know, like a person would love to be in a commitment with some like that. Like, I think that those are some of the things that they like about you, right? They like the fact that you're neat, you're clean, you're organized. I think they like these things about you. However, right, they step on those boundaries. Like, they don't do the same. They don't say, you know what, Pisces likes to keep this in order, so I'm going to keep it in order too. I think your person's just like, they come in the door, it's just on the floor, you know, and that is kind of what you're dealing with. And in this, you know, happening over time, you not wanting to say to them like, hey, pick your shit up. You may not want to say that, but that type of build up over time, you know, will kind of, you know, get you in a place or in a space where maybe you blow up. Maybe you just tell them like, look, you're a slob, clean up behind yourself. Maybe you said some things to this person that, you know, they didn't appreciate. Whatever the case may be, I just feel like, you know, it's just a matter of time, you know, before you let them go. Pisces, either you're going to let them go or you're going to let them know. So it's either one or the other. So, or both, right? You're going to let them know and then you're going to make them go. So I don't know, but this is kind of the energy that you're in this month. So either you're going to let them know or you're going to let them go, or you're going to do both.